maybe you won't need to do your job for much longer. Why don't you quit and move back here with me, eh?
Are you sure you're falling for him again? Or do you think maybe you're just somehow trying to fix the past?
How do you feel about helping out with the charity farm day?
Did you say charity thing for Georgia?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in.
Do you think you'll ever forgive Nana?
I don't know.
Are you serious about making amends?
Of course.
Then you only have one option. Leave.
You don't have to worry about the roof over your head anymore, because I bought the house for you.
She wants to buy us the house.
You mean she's trying to pay us off?
Well, I mean, it all makes sense. She's always bought presents for the kids, even when it wasn't Christmas or their birthday. She's always spoilt them. It's always just been about guilt.
I'm sure there was some love in there somewhere, despite everything.
Everything she has ever done for us. Now I know what was really behind it.
So we're agreed? There's no way we're letting her buy this house for us?
No way.
I tell you to leave, but you just hang around and try to buy your way out of the mess you made.
I know I can't change the past. But hearing you talking about that couple that owned this house...
You pulled out your wallet and thought you could make it all better.
Is there anything wrong with me trying to help?
You're trying to control the situation. You're using your money to buy affection and forgiveness.
Well, Matt and Lauren are struggling. At least let me take some of the burden.
They don't want your help.
Can you imagine what a relief it would be that they don't have to worry about paying rent? I know you're all mad at me, but at least let me take some of the pressure off, that's all.
Can you honestly say you expect nothing in return?
If they choose not to forgive me, I accept that. I'll be in my hotel room. At least think about what I've said and try and convince them that what I'm doing is a good thing.
Look, I'll notify my staff and I'll make sure that everything is taken care of. Okay, bye. Sorry about that.
For what? Taking care of business?
Well, given the choice between dealing with this and you,
Always the charmer.
well, you bring out the best in me, don't you? Come on, you know how much I want you to stay.
I haven't made my decision yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to make it easy for you. Come here. I came across a couple of good bars on the market. Now, they've both got good turnover, managers already in place, or, if you're after something a little different, how's this? Travel agency. Think of the perks.
You really are pulling out all the stops, aren't you?
No, I just want you to be happy.
Moving interstate, it's such a huge decision. It involves Declan and India. I can't make it lightly.
I know I wouldn't expect you to. But just being together again like this, it reminded me of what we had between us. I'm just so incredibly lucky.
I would have to call Declan, but perhaps I could move back.
Oh, darling. Oh, you've got no idea how that makes me feel.
Oh, I've got a fair idea. Well, I should call him.
Yeah, of course, of course.
And you should get back to business too.
Yeah.
How long would this have to be for? Right. Okay, well, I'll have a think about it and I'll get back to you. Okay, Charlotte, thanks for the call. Bye. That was my old boss at Simmons and Colbert. They've offered me some contract work. It's really good money.
Oh. What's the problem?
I'd have to be in Chile for a week.
Well, a week's not that long.
Yeah, but, you know, with the kids and the nursery and everything else that Sonia's got on, I think it's probably just a bit too much to ask of her at the moment.
I'm here to help out. Sonia's gonna be fine.
I think you're forgetting part of the reason why I left Simmons and Colbert in the first place was the international travel.
Yeah, but if it's a once-off... Sorry, this thing's been going all day. Paul wants to talk to me about the fundraiser. This is not good.
Now, I'm afraid there's been a bit of a mix-up with the permit. You're not going to be able to hold the fundraiser tomorrow.
You said everything was organised, Paul.
Yes, and it was until I double-checked. Unfortunately, the staff member who issued the permit didn't include public liability insurance, which means if there's an accident, the council is liable.
Well, can't we just add the insurance on now?
Not that easy, I'm afraid. My hands are tied.
Yeah, but everyone Everyone has already started setting up their stalls in the complex and at the lake.
So move it somewhere else. I mean, you could try the school. I'm sure if you asked Susan, she'd let you use the oval. She'd be only too happy to help.
Everybody knows that it's going to be held at Lassiter's.
Yeah, well, you know, you could put up a sandwich board with the change of venue and just have somebody redirecting everyone.
Even if we do that, nobody's going to be bothered going somewhere else.
Oh, Georgia, I think you underestimate the good nature of the public. Eh? Now, if there's anything else that I can do, you just let me know, won't you?
Yep, thanks.
Give our love to Vanessa. Okay, cheers.
Kathy's offer was well above market value. Lucas isn't keen to knock it back.
Well, I suppose we can't blame you for that. Look, mate, putting aside what Kathy's done for the moment, have you given any thought as to what it would mean if you owned this place?
What are you suggesting, that we agree?
Well, I've seen businesses go belly up. I've lost a couple of houses. Sometimes I've had to rely on the charity of others. I would have jumped at the chance not to worry about where I was going to live or how to pay for it.
In any other circumstances, to own this place outright, it'd be a huge pressure off. But Lauren doesn't want anything to do with the mother, and I respect that.
Yeah, Lauren's hurting, and quite rightly so.
And that's why our response to Kathy has to be no.
But you've got 3 kids to worry about, their futures.
Lou, even if I agreed, there's no way we're going to convince Lauren.
Yeah. But you know, maybe there's another way to go about this. A way that would mean that you and Lauren would not be accepting Kathy's money as such.
Thanks, Susan. No, it was worth a try. Yeah, I'll let you know. Okay, bye.
The ropes are all ready to go for the tug of war. Just wanted to know if you needed help with anything else.
I didn't know that you were helping out.
Oh, Breno roped me into it. Not that I wouldn't have volunteered. It's for a great cause.
Well, it doesn't look like it's even going to go ahead. You know, someone stuffed up the permit for the venue, so we've got no insurance.
Well, that sucks. Is there anywhere else?
Well, I asked Susan if we could have it at the school, but she can't help, and it's so last minute. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do. The women's shelter's going to be so disappointed.
Oh, come on, there has to be somewhere else.
Look, I have to meet up with Toadie at Charlie's. Did you want to join us? Maybe between the 3 of us we can come up with something.
Yeah, sure.
The students would be up in arms if I bumped the sports carnival, even for such a good cause. Sorry.
Thanks, Susan.
Okay, I'll see you.
Guess you're right about Paul's good mood.
Just seems like such a silly mistake. When you put the application in, everything's included, right?
Normally it's pretty standard form.
Do you think you could look into it for me? Maybe we could get the insurance through before tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. I'll just drop this off to Sonia and then I'll chase it up, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Toadie, have you told Sonia about Chili yet?
Not yet. No, I'll do it when I get home.
Thanks. So Toadie's going to look into the permits. We might not have to change venues after all.
Look, I don't reckon that's going to help. I just overheard some staff complaining about a last-minute wedding that's been booked. And it's on at the lake tomorrow.
So there is no problem with the permits. Paul's just kicking us out of the whole complex for some quick cash. Unbelievable.
You said to come by and pick up some brochures on gambling addiction?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Also, I never properly apologised for the way I blamed you when I found out about Mum.
Apology accepted. Have you thought about going to these?
Support network meeting?
Yeah, it's where the children and partners of gamblers get together to, to help each other.
I think about it, yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Oh.
Thank you so much, Sonia.
No.
And thank you too, Toadie, for representing Mum next week.
Yeah, no worries.
Anyway, I better run, but thanks.
Okay.
We need to talk about something.
No, stop. No, I know what you're going to say. I'm so sorry that I bailed on our time together the other day.
That's okay.
No, it's not. It isn't. And, you know, I checked the TV guide and it turns out that wrestling tournament is on every night next week.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So every night, you and me together, watching it, enjoying it. Yes.
Yes, that sounds perfect.
Yes. In fact, look, why don't we start right now? Because Nell's gone down for a nap and I can get the pizza menu, yeah?
All right.
Yeah, I need to go to the toilet first because I'm busting.
Hey, Charlotte. Yeah, it's Toadie. About the chili job, I'm gonna have to say no. The timing's just not gonna work out.
Oh, you did bring out the good stuff.
Yeah, well, just a taste of what to expect when you move back. But, it's not just about this and this. It's about us. I think we're good together. And I really, really want that again.
Maybe we should have another look at those businesses.
Excellent.
Ooh. What's this?
Must have fallen off the bottle. Okay, it's a thank you gift. But hey, I didn't want it to go to waste.
I don't care where the champagne came from.
Yeah, I wanted to grab those businesses, eh?
How can you host a wedding at the lake when you've promised the whole complex to the fundraiser? You've cancelled the fundraiser.
Oh, look, there was a bit of a hiccup with the insurance, yeah.
Well, you could have easily fixed that.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Did you try?
I gave Georgia some suggestions of where else she could hold the fundraiser, and I will give a healthy donation to the cause.
That's not the point.
The wedding is worth a lot of money.
That is definitely not the point. There are other venues where it could be held.
Well, the bride and groom are quite specific about the lake.
Yes, after you promised it to the fundraiser. Paul, what is more important to you? A few dollars in your pocket or helping women who can't help themselves?
Kathy buys the house, but she puts it in the kid's name. You and Matt manage it as adult trustees.
We'd still be letting her buy her way out of this.
No. You'll be letting her do something for her grandkids. You and Matt just happen to benefit.
Are you on board with this?
I'm not comfortable, but Lou puts up a persuasive argument.
No more financial pressure. Doesn't matter if the store's having a bad week or a bad month. And the kids, well, they'll be set up for life.
And I'm sure she'll remind us of that every chance she gets.
She's assured me there's no strings attached.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have to tell the kids either, not until the time feels right.
I can't believe you're going with this.
If we do this, we get to control what happens.
If I accepted her offer, and I mean if, she might think it means I forgive her for what she did.
The only thing it means is less financial pressure. It's up to you when or if you ever forgive Kathy.
You came. I didn't think I was going to see you. I only want the best for you and Matt.
You know you can't buy your way out of what you did.
I just want to make it easier for you.
You're supposed to let your kids make their own choices. Give them the best start in life and then guide them along the way. Not take the biggest decisions of their life out of their hands. Not try to control everything.
I know I failed you. I'm sorry.
I believe you. Which is why I'm going to accept your offer of the house. For my children. I won't punish them for what you did to me. On one condition. I want you to stay away. No more arguments, no more sticking around to try to make things right. I want you gone. And I won't ask again.
Lauren. If you want to find your daughter, I'll do anything to help.
Bye, Mum.
Do you reckon if Mum was able to keep the baby, she would have never met Dad?
You listen to me. Your mum and Dad were meant to be. So were you. Make no mistake about that.
The cab's here. Glad you came.
But Amber said to say goodbye.
Will you give her my love? All of you. Can I...
Goodbye, Nan.
You look after them?
Of course.
And if there's anything, let me know. I'll do it.
Goodbye, Kath.
Now you let me in. I've texted you like 50 times, Paul.
You want to come in before you start
I
going on?
know that there was no permit mix-up. Kyle just overheard the staff at Charlie's talking about the wedding tomorrow.
Yeah, there is a wedding tomorrow.
Yeah, and you bumped the fundraiser for it.
Well, just
You
hang
know,
on a
I
minute.
cannot believe it. I mean, I can. It's typical, really. You smell a bit of extra cash and all your good intentions just go out the door.
Yeah, well,
But
if you
unless you tell them that it is cancelled, I'm going to organise so much bad publicity that no one's going to book anything at Lassiter's ever again.
Quite finished.
Well, if you uncancel the fundraiser, yes.
And that is exactly what I was about to do. See, I was just about to call you to explain that the issue with the permit has been cleared up. It appears that being the mayor does have its advantages sometimes.
And what about the wedding?
Oh, the wedding's still going ahead. It's going to be held in the ballroom. Yeah, apparently the bride and groom are quite taken by the decor.
Good. Right.
Haven't you got a fundraiser you should be organising?
Yes, I do. Thank you, I guess.
Thank you. So the wedding couple are more than happy with the ballroom and the fundraiser's back around the lake.
And Paul still gets his cash, and he looks like the good guy. Is that your influence?
Oh, yeah, I think it is. I mean, he listens to me.
I know that changing someone for the better must feel very flattering.
It's not about flattery. I think if Paul's behaviour improves when I'm around, then that's good for everyone, isn't it?
It's good for him. It's good for the world in general, maybe, but good for you, I don't know, I'm not sure.
Well, you don't need to worry about me.
I think I do. I know Paul. I know what it was like when the two of you were together before. I remember what he did to you.
What about what I did to him? Susan, I pushed him off the mezzanine. What sort of a person does that?
Someone who's been so hurt they don't see any other option.
And I got away with it. How do you think that makes me feel?
I imagine it makes you feel very guilty. The sort of guilt that might compel you to try to make amends, even at a cost to yourself.
Well, I loved Paul once. I can love him again. And I think it's the only way I'm going to get over what happened that night. If that's what I have to do to move on, Susan, then that's what I'm going to do.
Which one of these cakes do you think Rebecca would like, eh? You know she's moving back to Erinsborough, did she tell you?
We just had dinner.
So you'd know about my plans to buy her a business then? I'd say it's only going to be a matter of time before she moves into the penthouse with me.
Don't you think you should take a little bit of time to get to know each other again before you rush into a relationship?
We were married?
Married or not, the basis of any good relationship's honesty.
Well, St. Susan strikes again. Look, you know, Rebecca is the love of my life, and she is finally falling back in love with me. Because she understands me. She always has. That's why we work.
Oh, Paul, think about it. Think about the way things were when she left. Can you honestly tell me it makes sense that she would fall in love with you again so quickly after everything that happened? Maybe what you feel for her is genuine. I have no idea. But you have to ask yourself, where are her feelings coming from?
Rebecca's feelings for me are real.
They come from guilt over what she tried to do to you.
And you called me manipulative.
Oh, Paul. Do you really want a relationship with Rebecca that's based on obligation and guilt? How long do you think that'd last?
Tomorrow on Neighbours, Susan's wrong. You still love me.
This is insane. Susan. How can you possibly forgive Paul for all the awful things he's done to you?
Who do you reckon will win, Breno's team or mine?
Stephen's been bailed.
I know that you're worried, but your ex is 40 k's away.
And why do I keep feeling like I'm being watched?
Hey, were you expecting anyone at our place?
Is someone there? Is it Stephen?